For that. For more on the Durham testimony yesterday, let's welcome in our next guest.
Yeah, joining us now is former Deputy National Security Advisor and author of Revolution, Trump, Washington, and We the People, Katie McFarland. So great to have you with us again this morning. I just want to get your reaction to the hearing yesterday.
You know, I wasn't surprised because I went through it in real time. I was, the Mueller investigation came after me, asked me lots of questions. They knew that there had been no crime committed. They knew I hadn't done anything wrong. But what I was sort of unhappy that Durham didn't bring out was how the federal government, the FBI, the Justice Department have been weaponized to go after people they consider their political enemies. They don't have to commit a crime. All they have to do is just be standing there, and the Justice Department can subpoena you, come after you, and you have to hire a lawyer. And in some case, my case, it's almost $1 million to defend yourself against a crime you didn't commit. They know you didn't commit, but that's how they go after people, is to try to bankrupt you. Now, I didn't break, but there were other people that they came after who they were basically saying, well, you know, we might let you go, let you off. The implication was as long as you can implicate President Trump, or if you plead guilty to crimes that we know you didn't commit, then we'll kind of let you go. I mean, I didn't break. Other people, I think, did. But that's the dirty secret that nobody wants to talk about. You are personally responsible for all of those legal fees. And if you go to the Justice Department afterwards, as I tried to do and a lot of others did, look, we hadn't been tried with any crimes, we were not guilty of anything, can we get reimbursed? The Justice Department says no. And then with a wink and a slide, they say, well, you're a Republican.
Yeah, that's a good point. Katie, I wish we had a system in place here like they do in Great Britain. It's called You Pay. Yeah. So if you sue somebody and that person's found not guilty, you have to pay their legal fees, any fees that were incurred. We don't have that in America. We should. When it comes to foreign policy, and I've always had this question for you, but think about the 4 years of the Trump presidency. How seriously did foreign leaders take Trump foreign policy when they knew that as a result of all these investigations, he might be out of office in 4 years?
Well, or out of office during his presidency. All right, so I went to China in late 2019, before COVID. And I met with very senior Chinese leaders, and we were talking about, you know, the Trump and the trade war with China and the sort of tough China policy, and they were saying it was unjustified, et cetera, et cetera. And then I said, but, you know, it's going to continue. The attitude towards China and China's technology theft, China's aggression, China's expansion of the South China Sea, it's now accepted by both political parties. And they said, well, Trump won't be president after 2020. And I said, are you so sure? Wow. The polls are quite close. They had been told by a lot of Democrats who were going around to China saying, don't worry about Trump, just wait him out. The same thing happened in Iran. So the Secretary of State, then Secretary of State John Kerry, Obama's Secretary of State, tried to negotiate an Iran nuclear deal. Very flawed, very bad. But in any event, when President Trump came in, he canceled it. And so what did Secretary Kerry do? While Trump was president, while we were trying to negotiate and put the screws on Iran to stop their terrorism, to stop their nuclear program, Secretary Kerry openly admits that he went and met with the senior Iranian leadership and said, just wait him out. You know, Trump's not going to be there for long. He's in the middle of impeachment. Don't worry about it. We'll be back. And then once we're back, we'll have the more favorable agreement to you. So it has very real consequences. I think it's a miracle that President Trump accomplished what he did with the Abraham Accords, going after China, standing up to the Russians. It's incredible that he was able to carry out all of those things, even in a presidency where they were trying to politically assassinate him at home.
Yeah,
it's mind-blowing.
Unbelievable.
You could say, by the way, no COVID-19, Trump probably wins again in 2020, by the way, with all this going on tangentially.
Yeah, it's very possible. I do want to quickly get to China, because you mentioned China, and obviously a threat posed by China. This from the Washington Post, Biden calling Chinese President Xi a dictator, which has been rebuked by Beijing. What happened to Biden's plan to ease tensions?
I have no idea what their China policy is. You know, you had the Secretary of State that went last week and basically was treated like a second-class citizen, and then had, after the meeting, he said, which nobody said before, he said, we do not support Taiwan independence. We perhaps have not supported Taiwan independence for 50 years, but we were always ambiguous, but we never came out and said it. We never gave China a green light to do whatever they wanted. And at the same time, you've got the American president sort of 48 hours later saying just the opposite, that the Chinese are dictators. So if I'm China, I'm scratching my head. And if I'm anybody else, I'm really worried because who's in charge here and what is our China policy?
Right.
And what are we going to do about China's aggression, not just in Taiwan, but in Cuba, in the South China Sea, in the whole global trade system? I'm not sure they have a policy.
KT, love having you on.
I know.
You've just connected
We
so
could
many
talk to you for an
dots
hour.
for everybody this morning. And you're right. The administration, they've got one China policy today and then one different China policy tomorrow. KT McFarland, we'll do it again soon. Thank you.
Thank you both.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you.